Alright guys, we are back. Odyssey Part 2, sorry it's late. I had a bunch of workmen over earlier, and I was just about to hit record, and then a giant drill just started getting embedded into the other side of my bedroom wall. So I figured it was probably not a good time. So I've waited until now, my apologies on that. I know some of you guys are really looking forward to Part 2, because Infernal's a pain, and maybe even going to round 90 is a pain. But it shouldn't be too difficult. Just gotta roll with the same strategy and you'll get through it. Alright, I have been busy today. So, the last time people were drilling into the side of my head, also known as the side of my room, we were getting a patio extension, I'm pretty sure. That was the last time. There might have been another time, maybe some electrician or something to do something. Anyway, but yes, we got a bit of a patio extension, and with that, we wanted to get a new garage door. Now, the old one was just crappy, and it was manual, so as long as it was unlocked, it could just be pulled up by hand. Now we've got an automatic one installed, which, by the way, props to the guy that set it up. He only came down at like 1 o'clock, and it took him like 3 hours, but he got the whole thing set up, going, and ready. Even like instruction manuals and all. We've just had like terrible luck with tradesmen in the past, where they just kind of show up and they're like, oh, I forgot this, or oh, I should have prepared for that. But this guy was bang on point, and it was a one-man army too. So big shout out to that guy. I think his name was Louis. Hell yeah! If you want a garage door installed, I know the name Louis isn't exactly gonna find you that guy, but trust people named Louis. They're cool as hell. And apparently they're tanks. So that's pretty much why I couldn't record earlier. Louis was doing a smashing job, and I didn't want to slow him down by saying, hey, I've got to record an Odyssey video. Do you mind stopping? Plus, I think that would be a bit rude and a bit counterintuitive to prioritizing, considering we've got, what, like four days to do this, and he managed to smash out the job in 3 hours, so props to him. Anyway, so yeah, that's all done now. I had to move a crap ton of things out the way of the old garage door so they could install the new one. Now I've got to move it all back, but I'm not going to forget about you guys, so I'm uploading this first as a slight form of procrastination. So, here we are, all caught up, and that pretty much leads us into right here, right now. So I've kind of forgotten the Odyssey, except for the fact that Infernal's the last map, and maybe the moon landing is next? Is the moon landing next? The moon landing is next. It might not be called that, but it's the map I was thinking of. So that's alright, and we're only going to 90 on this one, which isn't so bad when you've got a good selection of towers that don't have many restrictions. If there were a lot more restrictions on what towers we could bring and what upgrades they could have, this could be a bit more of a problem, but as we stand, it's not too bad. We should be able to get through these maps without too much of an issue. And we'll be chillin'. Especially on this map. Oh, and someone did ask me in the comments of the part 1 what the hotkey was to activate the ability without clicking on it. I've already answered it already, but for anyone else who's curious and wanted to know, essentially, if you just hit the number 1, it'll activate your first ability. If you hit the number 2, if you have a second ability, it'll activate it. And so on and so forth, until you get to the 0 on the keyboard, or maybe even the one after that. That's like a dash and a hyphen. I'm not really sure how far it can go, because I know you can have more abilities than there are numbers up to from 1 to 9, and then 0 and the dash and hyphen thingy, so I don't really know how it works from there onwards. I'm thinking it might just have to be manually clicked, but for the first 9 or 10 or 11 abilities or so, you can activate them with the numbers 1 through to 0 at the top, and maybe even the numpad. What happens if I use the numpad? Hold on. Numlock. Nope. Oh wait, no, that's that. Okay, honestly, this might work. The numpad might work, but I did alter my key bindings so that the numpad would use number 1 and number 2 would be Ninja and Alchemist. So I made some adjustments there, but yeah. As far as I'm able to remember, 1 to 9 or 1 to 0 should cover the first 9 or 10 abilities, so that you don't have to keep clicking down here. We are forgetting to upgrade things, but it's okay, because we're going to win anyway. Alright, so we're literally just going for Crossbow Master right now. With this strategy, we know it's going to save us plenty of money, plenty of time, so we should be able to afford Crossbow Master right about now. Alright, it really is that easy, guys. When you've got the magical power of editing and pure skill, also known as Ninja Alchemist Oben, you can pretty much just get the Tar Monkey just like that. So there you go. And then we can just sit and wait. Round 90 is still going to be an issue, but if you want to deal with round 90, if you don't have Oben, you can slap down a boat, go for the middle path on that. I think that's what I'll be doing. So I'll place my boat right around here. Slam down the middle. I'll also go for the bottom 2 upgrades just to make sure, because I'm not sure if the ability can automatically target camos. But if it can't, I'm going the bottom path because DDTs are camouflaged and I don't want to take the risk. So we will be able to afford Pirate Lord also right about now. There you go. Just that easy. Alright, and then we've only got, say, 20 rounds left, so this ability prepares us for round 90. So we've already got 2 abilities that can solo it. Last thing we'll probably place down is a nice little sniper, just to make sure every part of the track is covered. We might even give him an alchemist buff as well. Put him at the end here so his shrapnel shot's always facing this way. Just hitting oncoming traffic. And then we'll go down the bottom path here, just to make sure that we're getting as much damage as possible in as little time as possible as well. So everything's so far so good. Honestly, I think you're fairly set up with this already, but it can't help to add a bit more, especially if you're going to a high round like 90. So we're just going to try and get another 5th tier, this bottom path one, and once we finally get fully auto rifle, I could just cut right now to when we get the 5th tier, but that's no fun. We need to at least get the 4th tier before that happens. I don't know why. I just, you know. Anyway, I'll see you guys when we're at the 5th tier. Alright. What is probably our last 5th tier of the match is nice and set up. We'll give him an alch buff, just so he's even stronger than he should be on his own. And we can pretty much take on the world at this point, or at least a decent part of it, and dominate fairly quickly. So we've got ourselves 3 5th tiers. Ninja Sniper seem to be holding up the front line. Anything that gets through gets demolished by the Crossbow Master. Any big problems like this guy get taken down by an ability. And then you just do the same thing all the way up till 90, and then 90, you either click this button, or hit number 2, or number 3, and your problems will be solved. So, I'll see you guys when we get there. Alright, team. So, we're at round 90. Either one of these buttons will do it. I'm going to pick Oben. But to be honest, we might even pop it before it reaches there. There you go. So, we had 40 grand left over. If you have any doubts or have any flaws in your plan, you got 40 grand extra to work with. Place down a Monkey Ace, get a Spectre. Place down a Monkey Ace, get a bloody, whatchamacallit? Not a Sky Shredder, you might not be able to afford that, but the one before it. Aha! That's what this map was. Magic monkeys only. So, we put our boy Oben here, and then work up our Ninja Alchemist combo right around this side. We should have this main area covered. That'll get us to probably around 60. As for round 63, we might have to work on a 5th tier wizard. of some sort to help us out with that part. So the range on the ninja's pretty okay. Just trying to maximize how much he can see through that little gap there. There we go. So he should be able to participate on maybe the second loop around, if the balloons are big enough. Oh, there we go. He doesn't even need it. He can start attacking early. That's a perfect placement right there. Perfection. And then seeking shuriken, make sure all the shots hit. General stuff, just like before. That's why we picked multiple ninja alchemists, just because in a situation like this where our hero pool is, well, our monkey pool is suddenly limited by a map, we still have Ninja Alchemist times 2, so we could put another set up here, and then we've got a wizard that we can put down pretty much anywhere, because wizards, once you get a certain upgrade, do not care about walls, just like Oben. So we should be all good. And the alchemist, actually. Is the ninja the only one out of these 4 guys that can't actually see through these barricades? Huh. You'd expect better from a ninja. Anyway. Absolutely cruising through. You guys saw how easy the last map was. Just get the Ninja Alchemist set up with Oben. Wait until you get your first 5th tier. Wait until you get your second 5th tier. Wait until you get your third 5th tier. And then potentially get a 4th, 5th tier if you feel that way inclined. That's basically how my strategies have worked for a lot of this. That's why I struggle with things like alternate balloons round, half cash mode. Not so much chimps mode, because chimps mode is essentially just regular balloons, except, you know, you can't sell and you've got to go to 100 instead of 80 or 40, right? So, yeah, the reason I struggle with them is because they throw off the norm. The norm being that, like, I can save up enough cash to afford a 5th tier before anything too deadly comes. And then I can save enough cash up after that to make another 5th tier, and then it's just easy street. But yeah, any sort of game mode that throws that out the window makes it a little bit more tricky for me. And that's exactly why I say that half cash is probably more difficult than chimps. Because in half cash, you're only receiving half the amount of actual cash that you need. Whereas in chimps mode, it's not limited. You just can't sell or make extra cash. That to me is a little bit easier than just regular half cash, because every time I play half cash, I'm inclined to try and make up that cash that I've lost. So I throw down some banana farms or place Benjamin instead of Oben, and that often gets me lost. So I've had to switch up my strategy with alternate balloons round and half cash a little. Actually, alternate balloons round's not so much. You just need to place the alchemist a little bit sooner if you don't run Oben. Anyway, get ourselves a balloon jitsu. Lovely little balloon jitsu. And then the last piece of our first puzzle is our strongest dim. And the reason I place the alchemist away from Oben is I don't want Oben stealing the buffs from the ninja. Not that it's a bad thing to buff Oben, don't get me wrong, I just prefer the ninja to be buffed because it means he can pop literally everything. Everything that comes through, he can attack it and damage it or pop it. Whereas if we were buffing Oben a lot, he wouldn't be able to pop camo balloons, and so if camo leads showed up, the ninja would also be a little bit crappy. I just realized, what is this guy doing? He was hanging out at the top right near the bloody settings button. I'm pretty sure they're meant to stay close to the, the character that owns it, right? This ninja's just not looking after his kiwi enough. Alright. So, now that we've got those guys set up, let's set up a big damage boy right here. Now, for big damage, and for ceramic popping power on rate 63, which I think is going to be our biggest pain, what could we afford? Necromancer seems pretty nice, not gonna lie, but I feel like Archmage is better, it just depends on if we can afford it. I'm not sure if we will be able to. Let's try. We'll see. It is quite pricey, but well worth it. We'll go for monkey sense as well, just to make sure everything's all sorted. No issues on that front. But yeah, worst case scenario, we won't have enough money, but we'll have enough money to set up another ninja and alchemist, maybe around here, and then that should, in theory, work out just as well. But we'll see. Round 63 is basically the deciding round in this game. I don't think round 64 and 65 are more difficult than 63. So once you get round 63 sorted, you should have round 65 sorted in theory. I just cannot speak. I feel like that's an issue I've been having a lot lately. But supposedly it's because I'm thinking too fast that I can't get the words out in time, and I'm thinking about the words that I'm saying 10 words ahead, if you know what I mean. So apparently it's a good thing, but it keeps happening and it doesn't seem like a good thing. Alright, so we're going to see if we can afford the Archmage before 63. If not, we'll do another Ninja Alchemist combo. Ooh, as expected, just not enough. We need an extra 4 grand, and we cannot sell to make that difference up. So we won't be getting an Archmage, but instead we will put down another Ninja right here, and another Alchemist right here. Make sure to give them both faster throwing as well, just to make sure the uptime is good. And we also have Oben's abilities to help us out, so we'll start off, place the first one immediately, let this one absorb a good chunk of ceramics that get through, if any do. Holy crap, we did well there. But the waves do get harder the further it goes on, so if any do get through... Oh wow, I guess not. Well, never mind. We win. I was just thinking, like, if you've got a wall of trees up already, you can let the first lot go through there. It'll probably break it into a bunch of bananas. So then try and let the second lot go through and just deal with it with your Ninja Alchemist, your Mage, your Oben, and your other Ninja Alchemist. And then hopefully you should be able to defeat the wave like that. And then if you are still struggling a bit, just hit the number 2, summon up your second wall of trees for the last wave, and you'll be good to go. But luckily, we were good to go from the start. I'd underestimated the power of the 4th tier mage, or the wizard, whatever you want to call them. Right, this has been the bane of everything recently. I'm pretty sure the past 3, maybe 4 Odysseys all featured this map as like one of the last ones. Like we had the bloody... I'm pretty sure the last Odyssey was based on the word infernal. So if you're wondering where they got that from, it's fairly obvious. Because this was the last map you needed to beat in it. So we're going to start off a little bit differently here. I don't know if that Dart Monkey will actually work without any upgrades, so we might actually put a boat as well, but we'll just see. So Oben should have the top half covered, that's what we want. And placing the brambles on the track definitely makes up for the fact that he can't see this top part. So let's actually see if the... Okay, the Dart Monkey can throw from there, that's good. So ideally we want ninjas on both sets of track. Obviously we might lose a few lives here, but that's okay. Nothing too damaging or devastating. Nothing we can't handle, I should say. So these two will make up the bottom part of the track. Oben will do a bit of solo work for a while. And then we'll throw a Ninja Alchemist his way as well. In fact, we might first put a sniper down. Now I know that sounds weird, but it's basically just to make sure both tracks have a little bit of extra popping power, and it also helps out with the long-term plan there. Oh, and there you go. If you get a good brambles spot, you can pop both paths. Don't even have to worry. But we will get faster firing there. Keep him on first. He's not going to help out too much, but he will be an asset later. That'll be very useful to us. But just for now, Oban can handle his own. Maybe not against purples or camo balloons, but his brambles can deal with them for now, until we get a better strategy set up for him. Maybe I should have put Ninja Alchemist over there and left Dart Monkey here. But that would have made this side incredibly weak on its own to start with, and I try my best to keep it balanced. So if we get this side set up with a nice Ninja Alchemist, then we can start working on the other side too. Because you'll notice that we can max out the Ninja Alchemist combo at around 30 something. In the late 30s, we can finish off our Ninja Alchemist combo. I say that way too much. I need to come up with a sort of combination word, just shorten it a bit, so you guys all still know what I'm talking about, but I don't have to say both of the individual tower names together. Let's just go with sharp camos. No, that doesn't work. Let's go with God, what's a good tag team name? Dynamic Duo? That's still just as long as Ninja Alchemist. Ninja Owl. No. Lego Ninjago. No. No, I think that's already taken. Yeah, I don't know. If you guys have a good idea of how I can shorten the name Ninja Alchemist into one quick sort of nice word that I could just blurt out, that'd be great. It's not that I'm sick of saying it, it's just it's a mouthful. So I'd rather find a time save. I'm very efficient in most situations where I can be. Okay, so here's where the brambles help us out a little. Oh, we do lose a couple lives, but that's okay. Let's get that shrapnel shot to help out a little bit more on the damage side of things across the board. I do think that'll be a savior for us. We've got leads covered on both sides. The Alchemist and Ninja on this side. Actually, there we go. The Alchemist and Ninja on this side, as well as Oban on that side. So these guys can now pop leads, as well as the Alchemist could always pop leads. So that's good too. We did spend a bunch of money though. So Balloon Jitsu's going to have to be a little while longer. That's okay. Oban's still managing to solo for now, but he is going to start struggling soon. Luckily the sniper's really been helping him out. But we do need to provide a little bit more assistance ASAP, because... Oh, actually, I suppose not, because the Moabs are coming on even rounds, and if you've been looking, the odd number rounds are on top. So Oban won't actually see a Moab until wave 50 plus. He won't see it on wave 50, but beyond 50. He will start seeing Moabs, but before then, hell no. Let's get our Balloon Jitsu. And you know what, maybe we don't need stronger stimulant just yet. So I think we'll help out Oban a little now, because he bloody well needs it. It's not going to be the greatest help in the beginning, but that's okay. Just a little bit of a temporary boost for now, while he's dealing with some extra balloon troubles. There we go. Nothing too fancy, just help him carve through some of them a bit quicker, and give him a bit more of a permanent purple solution. Sounds good to me. I'm not sure. I think we might record this whole. Well, I might not edit this last map as heavily, just because it is a bit more difficult. I'm just going to get this so that this side's finished, or at least until we get the Dart Monkey up and running. But yeah, I'm just going to get that out the way first, because I don't want that side losing because I didn't buy a single upgrade. Alright, should be good. Yep, Ninja Alchemist pulling through. And we're working on this bad boy as well. Perfect. Alright, let's get faster throwing. And then, once again, Bloon Jutsu, and once again, Stronger Stimulant. And then both sides will have a kick-ass team that don't talk crap. That don't talk back. I was gonna say don't take shit from no one, but I don't know why I said the word talk in the first place, to be honest. Anyway, that's what happens when I try and be cool. It doesn't work out as well as I'd like. Anyway. So, now that Oben's got a kick-ass team with him, and Stronger Stimulant is now a thing, next thing I want to upgrade is actually the Sniper. We're going to upgrade the Sniper before the Dart Monkey here. I've said it before that I do think... Oh, that's an interesting placement. Would have liked it to be a little bit more there, but that's okay too. But yeah, we're going to upgrade the Sniper because I did at one point say that I believe the Crossbow Master is stronger than the Sniper at 5th tier, but the Sniper has the Dart Monkey beat on range. Don't get me wrong, Dart Monkey's range is incredible and it will be able to hit both sides of the map, but the Sniper's got a slight advantage on being able to see the entire map completely forever. So, you know, can't really beat that. But if we get this fully auto rifle, nothing looks like it's much of a threat anymore, and we're just happily chilling. Let's replace this. There we go. Put it on that side of the map, because I do believe this side is weaker. Actually, it's technically not weaker, but I don't know why I feel like it is. Technically it's stronger, because Oben is most certainly better than a 000 Dart Monkey, but I suppose once this gets maxed out, then this side will be weaker, so that's why I must have thought of it. And I just realized Top Path is going to have to deal with Wave 63, so it's probably a really good idea to have the abilities up there anyway. But yeah, I'm not going to edit this last map too much, because I know it's the one you guys probably struggle with a lot. So if I come into any sort of issues of my own while doing it, then we can just solve it as we go through, rather than me just jump cutting over and being like, okay, we're struggling now. You know, which I think is still useful, but a little bit ineffective at the same time. So, we're not doing terribly at all. In fact, we're doing quite well. We've got ourselves an Elite Defender, which is going to save our butts a lot on both sides of the map. And then we'll start going for our massive range Dart Boy. Our Dart Boy, Ed Boy. There we go, Sharpshooter. And then all we're saving up for is Crossbow Master. And then considering we're going to 85, we probably have at least one more 5th tier in us. So I'll probably set up another all-round Dominator, the Monkey Ace. It'll be the first time we'll use it this Odyssey, I believe. Or at least on purpose. There you go, just look at that. Shredded. And then our boy the BFB here. Ain't looking so hot. Boom. Nice and chill. Even Oben's getting quite a big range buff now. Especially with the Alchemist helping him out. But damn, that Sniper though. I still can't believe I've been missing out on this Sniper for quite some time. Don't know why I never tried it out, but clearly it's quite superior. Alright, let's test Wave 63 against the Sniper. Absolutely demolishes it. Ninja Alchemist on its own will not be able to beat Wave 63. But with a Sniper, completely different story. Hell yeah. Although, if you didn't buy anything else except the Ninja Alchemist combo, you might be able to afford the 5th tier Ninja, which probably could beat round 63 by itself. So, you know, if you want to go down that path, you can do that too. But we're just happy chilling, getting ourselves a Crossbow Master. as well as an elite defender to solve pretty much all of our problems all at once. So yeah, I generally won't edit this last bit. However, if I do cut some things out, which I'm thinking I might now, it'll be because I know for a fact, 100% fact, that the setup I've got will most certainly survive until I need it to. A lot of the times I'll do a cut and then I'll realize something's not working well and I'll come back. But I don't think I'll need to right now because we've got a solid setup going here. It's working quite well. Boom. Absolutely killing it. So now we're just saving up the Crossbow Master. Really nothing special. And then on top of that we can either throw in, well, after that it's pretty much up to you guys, because once you get the Crossbow Master and this whole setup nice and tidy, we'll be in the end game anyway. So you can choose if you want a Wizard or a Monkey Ace. Buccaneer's pretty good option if you're afraid of Moabs. Monkey Ace is a pretty good option if you're afraid of balloons. Wizard's a pretty decent option, although you can really only place him here for early game potential. Late game potential isn't that great. But here's our lovely little Crossbow Master. Bada bing bada boom. Look at that range. See, this is what I meant by the range being insane. Even with the Alk buff, he can start seeing like these corners of this side. But the sniper can still start working immediately up here, which is why I placed him first. Just gets a little bit more damage in while there is balloons just spawning in. As you can see, he can handle himself. So, for the last potential 5th tier, I don't know if we'll be able to afford it in the end, but we're going to place a lovely little Monkey Ace. In fact, we're not even going for 5th tier, we're going for 4th tier. Bottom path. We're going for Spectre. We're going to get rapid fire and lots more darts. And we'll leave it on centered path just because it's nice and even. And I will see you guys if we can afford the Spectre. If not, I'll see you guys at the end of the game. Alright, there's our Spectre. So if you were ever worried, you don't need to be worried anymore. Military monkeys really dominate on this map because a lot of them have the same thing in common. Amazing range. Whether it's boats that just have amazing range anyway, and then you can upgrade it even further with the bottom path. Snipers with literal infinite range, so long as there's nothing in the way blocking them. Monkey Aces with actual permanent infinite range, as well as heli pilots and subs with also semi-infinite range. And don't forget about the mortars and the Dartling gunners, of course. But yeah, the military monkeys all share quite a massive range pool, which makes them perfect for this map, especially snipers, because you can just place one and it covers all of the map, rather than having to place it on one side or the other and have to distribute it evenly. But there you go, this is how you do the last map of the Odyssey, Infernal. 3 to 85 I think it was. Nice and easy, breezy, beautiful 5th tier city and Ninja Alchemist combos. Nothing to it. I'm getting quite good at Infernal now, which is quite nice. So there you go. This is what we did. We managed to keep all our lives thanks to the little road spikes at the end of the track and the mana shield, but we didn't rely on them too much. But there you go. 5 Obens, 2 mages, 9 alchemists, 7 ninjas, 4 snipers, 1 boat, 1 plane, and 4 dart monkeys, of course. 4 dart monkeys? What? Was there a map where we didn't place a dart monkey? Oh, right, yeah, of course, the bloody moon. We couldn't place a dart monkey. I was gonna say, why would we not place a free monkey? Anyway, there you go. May the Force be with you, part 2 completed, hard difficulty done. And if any of you would like an easier difficulty to be done, just leave a comment and I'll get through it and I'll get back to you probably tomorrow. But generally, if I can do the hard one, you should be able to transcribe the process onto medium and easy. So, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. I'll see you all in the next one. Take care, guys, and good luck with the Odyssey.